Hello, everybody, and welcome again to weekly inspiration. And we know that we are going to speak about the portion of Beha'alotcha. And the word Beha'alotcha referred to the idea of lighting the candelabra by the Kohen Gadol. The portion is a beautiful portion, but we're going to focus only on the concept of lighting of the candle, or lighting the candelabra, or lighting the Menorah in Bet HaMikdash, the Holy Temple, by the high priest, Aaron HaKohen. So, if we're thinking about it, instead of using the word lighting the menorah, the Bible is using the word Behaalotcha et hanerot, when you elevate those candles. And of course, just by reading that section, we understand that there is a secret message for us about our spiritual journey. How is it that we need to behave in a certain way? What is it we got to do? And what is it that we should avoid ourselves from doing? So, we're all born with wonderful part of our personality that we're supposed to be using it as much as we can. And that referred to the gift coming from the Creator toward the human soul. And by us using it correctly, life become better. That's Beha'alotcha et hanerot. That's when you elevate your candle. After all, your soul, it's called neshama, your spirit, called ruach, together is ner. Ner mean candle. Ner Hashem nishmat adam. The candle of God, it's a soul of a person. That's the essence of the candle. So when we talk about Beha'alotcha et hanerot, think for yourself, what are you good at? Make sure you elevate in that area. That specific area was given to you to be good at. Are you very organized? Are you very happy? So you can make other people happy because of you. The same thing, the negative thing. What is the thing you should avoid? The thing that basically makes sure that there is a wind coming and no more fire, no more candle, no more light. Be careful from that. There's part of your personality that has to be avoided. It has to be stopped. It has to be restricted. It has to be transformed from negative to positive. That's if we understand what this parashah is all about. Because elevation means, according to the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, it's written, Al tiyu ke'eved המשמש את הרב על מנת לקבל פרס, for the sake of receiving a reward. Become a servant who serve your teacher, not for the sake of receiving something. And of course, we are not only talking about rabbi or teacher, we are talking about the mighty one, God, the Creator, that we want to be able to serve the Creator without thinking what's in it for me. That's the idea of Beha'alotcha, especially now, especially after Shavuot, that we need to work on our spiritual journey from this moment till Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is coming. It's wonderful. Wherever you're going to practice Rosh Hashanah, wherever you're going to be, I would like you to be with me, of course, but if for some reason you cannot afford or you don't have the time to fly to be with me, don't worry. Just by praying with us one soul, it is as if we are all together. So if somehow I say a word that make you feel pressure, that you have to be around me, it's not what I meant. I just want to give you part of the energy that I want to give, but it doesn't make you less if you're not going to spend time with me. It's going to be exactly the same. Just for the uni point of view. If you can afford it, if you can make an effort to come, I would love to see you here in New York as we're doing Rosh Hashanah together. But if you cannot, you're going to get the same energy. We're going to meditate for you wherever you are. If you're in Romania, China, Africa, London, or Panama. Doesn't matter where you are. We're going to make sure you're going to get the energy. If you can come and support us and we can support you, that would be sweet. That would be wonderful. Now let's move on to the Zohar. And we are now in the Zohar Behaalotcha. And I'm going to start building up a case, building up something that we're going to go to the Zohar to two part. Then we're going to go to the Arizal. Then we're going to go to Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi Brandwein. Then we're going to go to Zohar Chadash. Then we're going to go to story from Karlebach. So I'm telling you everything that's going to happen. So I'm reading from Zohar Sulam, Behaalotcha, Seif Samech 60, verse 60. And look what it's written here. Ve'alken, because of that, Sipur hazeh shebatorah, היא לבושה של התורה. Tell us Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, you need to know, the story that you read in the Torah, it's only the clothing of the Torah. מי שחושב שאותו הלבוש הוא תורה ממש, whoever think that clothing, it's the actual Torah, ואין דו בעבר אחר, and there is nothing beside that story, טיפח רוחו, מעידי. It's a very weird curse by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Why? ולא יהיה לו חלק לעולם הבא. And I wish, said Rabbi Shimon, that he will not have a place in the world to come. People read the Torah, they love the story, they love the Bible. After all, most rabbis don't like the third book of Moses, Vayikra. Everybody loves Bereshit, Shmot, Bamidbar, Dvarim, because there is a lot of story. When you come to Vayikra, it's kind of boring. So those rabbis are in danger because they not relate to the internal meaning of the Torah. They relate to the external part of the Torah. Scary. Again, not my words. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to make sure you'll be aware and being wake up. אמר דוד, גל עיניי והביט הנפלאות בתורתך. King David say, open my eyes so I can see the wonder of your Torah. דהיינו להביט בה מה שמתחת לבושה של התורה. So I can see what is under the clothing of the Torah. What is the Zohar telling us and why in Behaalotcha? The Zohar tried to tell us that every time you read a section in our holy, beautiful, pure Torah, you need to elevate yourself to a place where you're capable to see another story and not busy just with the covers. And the Zohar continue, verse 61. Bore, come and see, come and behold. יש לבוש הנראה לכל. There is clothing that everybody can see. ואלו הטיפשים, those stupid one, כשרואים אדם לבוש יפה, when they see a person dressed pretty and nice, שנראה להם אדור בלבושו, and they see so much glory in his clothing, אין מסתכלים יותר. They're not looking anymore at that person, you're just busy with the clothing. ודנים אותו על פי לבושו האדור, and they judge the person based on his clothing, expensive shoes, fancy shirt, what a beautiful suit. וחושבים את הלבוש כגוף האדם. And they think by looking at the clothing of the person, they can see the body of a person, represent what type of soul is carried. וחושבים גוף האדם כמו נשמתו. And they think the body of a person like a soul. Soul, body, clothing. כן זה היא התורה. Same thing is the Torah. Tell us Rabbi Shimon, verse 62. יש לה גוף. The Torah is body. ומצוות התורה. זה מצוות. הנקראות גופי תורה. We call them the body of Torah. גוף הזה מתלבש בלבושים שהם ספורים, סיפורים של על עולם הזה. That essence, that energy that body of Torah, which called mitzvot, is dressed by story on this world. הטיפשים שבעולם, the stupid one among us, אינם מסתכלים אלא בלבוש ההוא. They're only busy with the clothing of the story of the Torah, שהוא סיפור התורה. ואינם יודעים יותר, they don't know more than that. ואינם מסתכלים במה שיש תחת הלבוש ההוא, they're not even searching for what's under that clothing. אלה שיודעים יותר, they want to know more, אינם מסתכלים בלבוש אלא בגוף, שהוא תחת הלבוש ההוא. They not look at the clothing, they look under the clothing for the body. But החכמים, the wise, which are the servant of the king, the upper king, the one who stood on Mount Sinai, meaning the one who stood on Mount Sinai are among us right now. אינם מסתכלים אלא בנשמה שבתורה. They look at the soul of the Torah. שהוא עיקר הכל. That's the main idea. תורה ממש. That's a real Torah. Wow. ולעתיד לבוא, the future to come, עתידים להסתכל בנשמה של נשמה שבתורה. They will be able to look at the soul of the Torah. Only when the future will come. I'm jumping to Samech Dalet 64. Woe for those people, say Rabbi Shimon, that believe that the Torah is only a story. והם מסתכלים בלבוש ולא יותר. They only look at the clothing, nothing more. Good for the righteous who look at the Torah in the right way. Wine cannot stay just in a vessel, in a vase, a container. Same thing with the Torah. It cannot stay in the clothing. And for that reason, you cannot look at just the clothing. You have to look what's inside. And that's why there is story, and there is clothing, and there is the real Torah. Why is the Zohar bringing that in Beha'alotcha? We need to think together. The Zohar choose specifically to tell us that in this week portion. The word Beha'alotcha means when you elevate yourself, when you climb. So climbing, according to the Zohar, according to Kabbalah, is when you are digging into the real meaning of the Torah. I want to say you're digging deeper meaning of the Torah, but I use the word real meaning of the Torah because I believe the real meaning is already exists. It just needs to be discovered. And the idea is, with life is the same. You look at people, you judge them how they dress, you're missing the whole point. Of course, once we learn how to read people by the face, by the palm, by more deeper meaning of who they are, then of course, we'll be able to see the real picture. So the Zohar is first preparing us to be prepared that in Beha'alotcha, there's a lot of secret about life. Don't just read about some high priest lighting candle. If the Torah choose the word Beha'alotcha, it didn't choose the word light candle, elevate the candle. We need to find out why. We need to find out why this section is written with so much code when the Torah is telling you, Ya'iru anerot, the candle will light by itself. Then it's written also that the candle will light toward the middle candle. Then it's written that the candle not light away from the middle, so people don't think that God need that light, which is a weird question. And a lot of things that if you don't study Kabbalah and you only look at the external, the story doesn't make any sense. And now, I want to take you to something that will eventually deeper to understand it, that how it work. And here, it's taking us into places of what will make us to understand the deeper meaning of the Torah. And I'm jumping into verse 79 in Beha'alotcha. It says, "Ve'im hanashamot megushamot," if the soul are very much materialistic. But before I go there, I think I want to go a little bit before that, maybe to 78. So forgive me, not 79, 78. And I'm starting from the middle. It say there's different type of soul. Shem haneshamot aba'ot mitzad harachamim, the soul that come from a place of mercy, v'hem rachmanim, balei chen v'chesed, and those souls are full of mercy, like Rabbi Elazar ben Arach, the student of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, in Pirkei Avot. He writes, what is a good person? Somebody who has a good heart and somebody who has a good eye. That's the best thing you can have as a human being. Good heart, good eye. You're not jealous when people are rich, famous, whatever it is. You're happy for them. You want actually more of those. And good heart. Those are the people that need to control the world. Good heart and good eye. Unfortunately, they hold themselves back instead of going forward, because that's why they're special. And it say, "Em rachmanim balei chen v'chesed enam tzrichim litaer b'mayim posherim kevenonim." They don't need to be purified like regular people, or they don't need to be purified in hot water. He refer purification as if they're like Passover dishes that usually כשם שנכנס כך יצא, the halacha, the laws of kosher is the same way it came into the vessel, that's the same way it's gonna come out. So for example, how do you purify a vessel or container that's made of metal? Usually whatever negativity that went into that vessel was when it was hot, so you have to heat that vessel to remove whatever went in. What do you do with wood vessel? You have to remove the first layer so it will be clean again. There's many laws on that you can study on your own. But he referred those kind of cleansing into a human soul. So when it's hot, that's where wicked people get purified. Why? Because how is a wicked people get negativity? They burn themselves with the fire and the excitement of the evil inclination. When a selfish person starts to be excited about how much he is going to get, or how much he's going to get, they get excited. כל דבר אשר יבוא באש, משום שזו אומה שלהם רבה. Because they have a lot of negativity, so the only way to remove it is with hot water and with fire. It's funny, there is different mikvaot, different mikveh to purify the men mikveh. There's people who believe the mikveh should be ice. Other people believe mikveh should be very hot. And other people believe that the mikveh should be in the middle. And it's funny, a lot of people, when people don't feel good about themselves, so they go for the hot mikveh. When they feel they also need to be punished in the cold, they go to the cold. I find that to be ego, because it is as if you purified yourself. The only way you can purify yourself is by studying more Torah and study it in the right way with your teacher. Aval tzadikim, righteous people, betzonen, they can go to cold water and because they don't need to be clean. So again, let's go to that. So people who are merciful, they don't need to purify themselves like mediocre who go for kind of water, which is not cold, not hot, kind of between. Wicked people have to go to very hot, and righteous people, it's enough for them to go to cold. All right? If the soul becomes too materialistic, what does that mean? They become like a clay, because clay is made of dirt. Shbiratan zu taharatan. When they broken, they get purified. Nishberu nitaru. The laws about clay vessels for Passover or for other time, if you have clay vessels in your house, you cannot kosher them. When they break, that's when they become kosher. So I'm going to use it after. You can't. They tell you that, that's how you break it. אבל אלו עוסקים בתורה שבכתב ותורה שבעל פה, people who study the oral Torah and the written Torah, which are fire and water, ואלו שמשתלבים, and the one who specifically study Kabbalah, Zohar, and סודות התורה, שהוא אור, the secret of Torah is light. It's not a regular Torah, it's light. שכתוב בו ותורה אור, that's why it's called the Torah is light, הם ניתרים על ידי התורה. They don't need to be worried because the Torah itself, the Zohar itself, the Kabbalah itself, purify their soul. ואינם צריכים גיהנום. They don't have to go through hell. So, it's a shocking thing. That through the Torah, basically, person can be purified. And I'm not reading the continuation in verse 82 and 80, but you should read it. It's talking about that in the end of time, everything will happen again. So whatever it's written in the Torah about Joseph, it will happen again. And basically, the rich people have to be careful if they do mercy with people who teach and study Torah. You know, so that's what's written, similar to what was written in Naso, similar to what was written in parashah Naso, that people will go around to spread the secret of the Torah, and it will not be enough people who will listen to them. So again, how is that relate to Beha'alotcha? Well, as I told you before, Beha'alotcha is elevate the candle. The word is used elevate, and we want to be elevate this week. This week you want to think about elevation. Rosh Hashanah is coming, about 91 days plus. You want to make sure you're ready. How you get ready? Elevate yourself. Don't be busy just with you, but study the secret of the Torah. We have wonderful site called Vital that's available for free. Everybody can go and study there. This is the secret of the Torah. Go study Kabbalah, real Kabbalah. It's all there available, accessible. Just make an effort to study. It will clean your soul. Let's now go and dig deeper into understand the word Beha'alotcha, elevate. So I'm going to start first from the Arizal. I'm reading from Shara Mitzvot in page Samechtet in this print, on the left column, in the second chapter. Let's understand what does that mean to light the candle. It's a little bit deep. Lighting of the candle from above to below, it's called gvurot, because whatever you draw from above to below, meaning from above to you, it's judgment. But you use the word ירידת האורות זה נקרא הדלקת הנרות, lighting of the candle. Doesn't call elevating the candle, בהעלותך, call הדלקת. ועל זה רימז באומרו יאירו שבעת הנרות. That's why it's saying in the beginning of the parashah, בהעלותך את הנרות, יאירו. When you elevate the candle, the seventh candle will shine. It didn't say יעלו, it say בהעלותך את הנרות, it should say יעלו שבעת הנרות. The seventh candle will elevate. It didn't use that. He said the seventh candle will be lit up. If you say, I'm going to elevate the candle, you should say, as the candle will be elevated. No, but it's written there, elevate the candle, and then the candle will be lit up. Why is that? Because lit up meaning fire or energy coming from above to below. Elevate meaning something coming from below to above. העלאת הנרות. בעלותך הנרות. לזה רמזו באברהם המתנת שתהיה שלהבת עולה מאליה. And that's what it's written there. Wait until the fire will come by itself. And Aaron, say the Arizal, did more than what he was commanded to do. He was not commanded only that the whole candle will shine toward the menorah, which is center column, when they come from above, to below. Because they have to go, what does that mean that they shine toward the center? Center column in Kabbalah mean balance. Balance of chasadim v'gvorot. Balance of for me alone and for others. You cannot make it just for others because then you die out of energy. You cannot just do it for you because then you're selfish. So what does that mean that Aaron did the same? He was busy to make sure as the light coming from above to below, he want to make sure that the light coming from below to above. So this is what's written in the Arizal. So it's not so clear. For that reason, I'm taking the new book that Vital managed to print. It's a book that was printed, different section that Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi Brandwein was able to put together here. And it was put by his grandson, Rav Moshe, Admor Moshe. And with the agreement of Rabbi Mordechai Scheinberger, the head of Organos. So it says like this. I'm reading from Tzvi LaTzadik, the book of Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi, Beha'alotcha et hanerot. So Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi is taking it a little bit deeper. פירש רש"י. רש"י say, שישה של שישה קנים, שלושה מזרחים פונים למול האמצעי, פתילות שבהם, שלושה מערבים ושלושה פתילות למול האמצעי. למה? כדי שלא אמרו להוראה הוא צריך. Rashi said, the way the candelabra look, you have candle in the middle, the right three candle, east, are shining toward the middle, and the three candle on the west, shining toward the middle. Why? So they will not say that E need the light. Who is the E? Is the E mean God? Kind of weird. So continue Rav Brandon and say, you want to tell me that some people really think that God need that light? I mean, God is not something physical. Who is this shote? Shote means stupid. That would even think to ask that question. So why is Rashi even put it there? That's one question. Please keep it in your mind. Why is written that Aaron did so, and he did exactly how it was asked. And Rashi said, "Shivcho shel Aaron shelo shina." How wonderful is Aaron that he did exactly what he was asked. Why is that such a special thing? God asked you to do something and you do that, and that's it. Why they say it was perfect, they didn't change. So now we're going to go into the understanding of this section according to Rabbi Yehuda Tzvi Brandwein. The idea is like that. Lighting of the menorah, the word menorah, is the fixing of malchut. Malchut means representing your desire, your selfish agenda, what you want to get for you. When you're fixing malchut, when you're fixing your desire, how do you fix your desire? What is that you need to do to fix your desire? You have to create masach. Everything is in this life has to be built by desire, curtain, and or chozer. Desire, what I want. Curtain, how much can I prevent myself from wanting it? And or chozer, the result is the light that go from the masach and up, that create a foundation. That create a foundation of an existence. So, how is that connected to the candle? Because we say, Beha'alotcha, elevate the candle, meaning like or chozer. Or chozer להלביש את האור ישר, לכן כתוב ההדלקה בלשון העלאה בהעלותך. That's why it's written, when you elevate those candles. שפירושו אור חוזר העולה ממטה למעלה. You should be busy with what comes from below to above. What is come from below to above? So Torah lishma, לשם Hashem. When you do something for the right reason, you are doing exactly what the Pirkei Avot said. Serve your rabbi without thinking what you're going to get. Serve your God without thinking about your reward. להמשיך המוחין שבסוד האורות שבתורה שנקראים תואר, הקלה שהיא השכינה עם המלכות, כל שישה כנם, כל המידות צריכים להיות נקיות וטהורות רק לשם זה. And what does it mean? That those six candles, those of you who study some Kabbalah, represent the Ze'er Anpin, and the candle in the middle representing Malchut. That's the Malchut. So the whole point is to be clean with no agenda. שלא יאמר אחד מן האיברים של המדליק והמשיך את האור של האורה הוא צריך. That the person who light the menorah will not think to themselves, I think I need that light for me. כלומר להנאת עצמו, for my own joy. אלא אל מול פני המנורה. So when it says that Aaron light the candles, אל מול פני המנורה, a front of the face of the candelabra, a front of the face of the candles, of the menorah, שהוא הפנים של המלכות ותיקונה, which is the internal meaning of the מלכות, and how to fix it, רק לשם זה יאירו כל שבעת הנרות. Then all the seven candles will shine. Number 7 from Chesed is Malchut. How do you make the Malchut shine? When you have no agenda for yourself. Similar to Shabbat. Shabbat is the 7th day. In Shabbat, it's a mitzvah to eat. In Shabbat, it's mitzvah to make love. How come all the physical things become mitzvah? Because you're doing it in a fixing way. You're doing it in the way that it is metukan. So your receiving is no longer just for you. The Shabbat has automatic system that whatever you do is returning light and direct light, the direct light that you receive, Shabbat, me'en olam, Abba, and the returning light, it's happening by itself. It's a gift. That's why Shabbat is matana. It's a gift that everything in Malachut work automatically. The same thing here with the menorah. Aaron get to a level that was nothing for himself. Everything is away. That's why it say, Aaron did so. El mul penei menorah ela nerotea. In front of the menorah, he elevated those candles. Meaning like the upper light that come from above to below. It's only to give. Okay? And the Maim Nukvim, meaning what Aaron did from below to above, he also did only for sharing. So what does that mean when they say that he doesn't need it light? It doesn't talk about God. It seems like it talk about God, that God doesn't need the light of the menorah. It talk about the person who worship God. When a person worship God, when a person spiritually worship God, meaning that all himself, it's not for the sake of what I'm getting from it. So when I'm on a spiritual journey, a lot of time I get confused. I start thinking to myself, what's in it for me? And it's very confused because if you get benefit and you get what you want for you, you're still not going to be happy because your purpose is for you. And Adam, a person is not dying. As it says in the Talmud, a person is not dying even with half of what he wants in his hand. So you get punished twice. First, he works so hard to get what he wants. And second, when he dies, it's not even half of what he wants. Because it's never enough. But if you do it for the sake of not for me, you're happy in every moment. Because you achieve every moment, you're fighting, I don't want it for me. So you're doing or chozer. לעשות נחת רוח ליוצרו, ולא משכינתא באפרה. And Sarah Brandwein, when people do it this way, they are basically achieving that level of truly understanding the purpose of life. That's why parashat Beha'alotcha is so important, because in parashat Beha'alotcha we get educated. We get shifting the consciousness to do things for the right reason. Now, I'm going to take you now into another Zohar, something that usually I don't do, but it's important to know the how. Okay, let's say we're deciding to change. We want to change. It's time for us to change. What do we do? What do we exactly do? So I'm taking you into Zohar Chadash. Zohar Chadash, Parashat Yitro. No coincidence, we just said Shavuot, which is all about Yitro. We'd say there is 3 partners in a human being. You know, God, his father, and his mother. But those 3 partners also give the human 3 aspects to their behavior. Machshava, דהיינו neshama. The thought itself is neshama. שיהיה לה כוח לחשוב. You have the ability to think, you have the ability to meditate, to connect to things which are not physical. בלי השכינה העליונה. So the מחשבה coming from the שכינה, שהיא בינה. This is בינה, ששם החוכמה. The wisdom is there. ואין רוח שיהיה לו רשות לצייר בלי תפארת. And if you want to draw a concept, after you have מחשבה, the מחשבה doesn't come from you, it's coming from above. Then you have ability to be creative and to draw what you want to do. That's called תפארת. 6 קצוות, חסדים. והנפש אין לה כוח לעשות מעשה בלי מלכות. And the nefesh of a person is the action. So we are building from 3 aspects. The thought, something come from above. The drawing, something that I initiate for me, the creativity. And the action. באופן שהנשמה של האדם מקבלת מבינה, הרוח של האדם מקבלת מתפארת, והנפש של האדם מקבלת ממלכות. So, what does that mean? How do I work with that? So you say, look at that. I'm skipping now to Kuf Samer Zayin, 167, in Yitro Zohar Chadash. מי מאלו המלאכים הממונים על קבלת התפילה? When you pray, רוצה לפעול עשייה, and the angel want to help you. דיינו לעשות לו כמו שהתפלל. And the angel want to fix your life exactly how you've been asked. אין לו רשות. The angel has no permission לעשות מעשה על ידי התפילה. Cannot do it. התלויה בדיבור. The angels who listen to you pray while you talk. There's no action in pray. So the angel want to help you. So what to do if you want to get it done? How do you do Beha'alotcha on your pray? It's not working with the pray. You know why? Look what it's written. אלא בזכות מעשים טובים שעשה. It's good that you pray, but they're going to look for your good action. Do you give tzedakah? Are you generous? Are you aware that your friend or teacher needs socks, water, food, shirt? Look around you and see what people need. התלויים במעשה, שבהם יורדת השכינה עליו. Then the shechina, which is the machshava, can dwell on it. Ya'iru shivat hanerot. The light that want to come down on the candelabra, on the menorah, depends on she'u I olam ha'maaseh. The word of action. שהיא מעשה בראשית, שהיא פועל, כלומר שהיא מוציאה מהכוח אל הפועל. So the Zohar is telling us something here. The Zohar is telling us that without action, you're not going to see the result you're looking for. So if you're not volunteers, if you're not donating, if you don't do something with your body, for example, Friday, one of the mitzvot on Friday, to clean and to cook. The cleaning is what left from the Holy Temple, from the Levites. And if you're lazy of cleaning, at least fold your pants, your shirt. It's okay. Clean one plate. If you're busy not to make any dish, take potato, carrot, and onion, and cook them in boiled and water and eat them later on Shabbat. You got to do something. Everybody got to do an act. Thought, drawing in creativity or pray with words. So the thought, the praying, the action. If you skip the action, expect no result in your life. The action has to be spiritual action that you're doing toward other people. Of course, if you do it toward your parents, which is a big mitzvah, or toward your teacher, very big mitzvah, or toward your friend that you study Torah with, very big mitzvah, and toward other friend is okay too, but it's not the same. Then you do it toward a person who actually study with you, or somebody who study together with your teacher. What is the mitzvah of a student? To talk good about their teacher to another student like Ravash, like write in the book Matan Torah. So to end it, I want to end up with a story from Karlibach, of Shlomo Karlibach, a man of action. A man of action. Karlibach was dynasty of King David. So he was busy with action. He was not a regular person. He was not just meditate or praying. He was going from city to city with his guitar, with his beautiful words and singing, to make sure people would be happy. That's beautiful, because he did action. So in one of his book and his story, he says, Shamatem al Rabbi David ben Lelov. I've been in that city, it's in Ukraine. רבו החוזה מלובלין אמר עליו, his master, his teacher told them, שיבוא משיח, when Messiah will come, it will be a section in the Talmud just about his name. Only when Mashiach will come, we will understand that rabbi. I've been in his shul, I've been in this place, it's a shul from 150 years ago, 200 years ago. It's a very, very special place. The airport looked like a living room there. בהיותו בלובלין שעה רבי דוד כל היום בבית המדרש, הוא למד והתפלל שם, אך לא תמיד בסדרים המקובלים. When he was there, Rav David, this rabbi, was not a regular rabbi. He studied in a certain way, he prayed in a certain way, not the way that usually rabbis behave. יום אחד ב5 אחר הצהריים, one time in 5 p.m., התהלך לרבי דוד בבית המדרש, אנא ואנא שטליתו מקובלת על כתפו. And he still have the talit from the morning on his shoulders. And he is before Shachrit. This is after Shachrit, because you can pray Shachrit only in a certain amount of time, right? I mean, usually 4 hours from sunrise. That's the last time to pray Shachrit. נכנס לבית המדרש, מתנגד. One different rabbi walk in, somebody who's just studied the Torah as it is, without Kabbalah, without Chassidut. He saw it Rabbi David. He saw Rav David prepared to pray. So he couldn't hold himself. He got angry. He said, I cannot believe what I see. He didn't pray Shachrit. He didn't even pray morning minyan yet. I woke up at 5 a.m. I studied Torah. And I then pray. Wonderful. And you are not even praying? Answer him Rav David. Say, my friend, my dear friend. אם למדת בשם כל ישראל, if you study the Torah for all your friends, all your people, that means that I study with you as well. Because, you know, when you study Torah, you have to say בשם כל ישראל. I pray for שם כל ישראל, for everybody. אבל אם רק לעצמך למדת, but if you only study for yourself, מי צריך תורה כזאת? Who need a Torah like that? And this is teaching us something tremendous. How do you study Torah, my friend? How do you become spiritual? Is your spirituality about you? Are you busy working on your negativity and selfishness? Or are you together with the group changing? Community is the number one goal of humanity. And this is very, very important. And how is the Rabbi from Lubavitch explain it? Is what the difference between Sukkot and Simchat Torah. Sukkot is about love. You know, you have the Arba Minim, the 4 things that we use, you know, the Lulav, Etrog, right? So, Lulav, Etrog, Adasa, Rava. You can see the difference, because those are the 4 type of people in a spiritual journey. So, but Simchat Torah, we all become one. We all become one. There is no real difference. So the Rovshitze Rav, whoever doesn't know, the Rovshitze, one of my favorite Rav, Naftali Rovshitz, he really gave me one time, he said to me, he said that he met a butcher, a kosher butcher, who told him the real reason of Simchat Torah. And what is the real reason? I saw him dance like crazy with the Torah. So I stopped and asked him, the whole year I didn't see you study Torah. Why are you dancing that much? He answered me simply, because in my brother's wedding, am I allowed to dance? The Rovshitzer say, when I heard him, I understood the Simchat Torah. Every person, every Jew who studied the Simchat Torah is dancing because of the wedding of his brother. And the idea is to understand that it's very important, the chaverut among people. We have to have chaverim. The Menorah, the candelabra, was made of one piece of gold. It was no different between the right candle to the left, to the middle. It was one. It was all one. I don't know if you know that. One piece of gold created the Menorah. And we need to start asking ourselves before we're getting into Rosh Hashanah, before we're getting to Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, how are we doing spiritually together with people? No, how am I doing when I'm alone? When I'm alone, I might go up, I might go down, but still alone. I hope that Beha'alotcha portion, the portion to talk about elevation, will elevate us to be one together, like a menorah, like candelabra. ואז יאירו שבעת הנרות. Then the seventh candle will really light from below to above with Or Choser. And that Or Choser will reveal all the light that the Creator want to give us. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.